So what's up guys, LazyNeil here, and I know I have not made a video for quite some months now, maybe more, but there are valid reasons. Number one is that I have been piled up with work, so I had to complete that. Number two is that I have a good amount of videos made, but they're not edited yet. So that pretty much sucks. And number three is that I just made one of my wishes come true, which is that I just went for a trip to Japan. And due to that Japan trip, I bought this charger. So this is the COSTAR 65 watt GAN charger. And this just costs just 1,900 rupees, which is one of the cheapest 65 watt GAN chargers you can buy on Amazon right now. Maybe, there's Protonics, but this guy is just better, in my honest opinion. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is that I'm going to be showing y'all or discussing the pros and cons about the charger itself. I'm going to be showcasing like charging all these things, the laptop, the power bank, the phone, and also going to be showing this piece of garbage. You can check my first video on this. Like rather than doing a review on the laptop itself, I was just raving negatively about this piece of crap. It's really chunky, and they could have made it so much better if they could just put these two prongs just over here. I mean, the charger works, it works fairly well, but the form factor and things not plugging in, I had to do a lot of compromises to make this my daily driver. So bye bye to this guy, and this guy is currently my daily driver. So yeah, that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be showcasing some of the amperage of how much you get using this app called Ampere and things like that. So stay tuned for the whole video. Also, the link to this will be in the description down below, so you can check that out, but only after the video. So do watch the whole video because I don't want you to make a rash decision on buying a charger. I understand it's a pretty good value, but is it worth it? That's the question which I'm going to be answering in this video. So first of all, let's talk about the pros and cons. Number one is that the build quality itself is really good. The plastics which are used are very firm and really feels like, you're buying an Anker or a Ugreen, which are much more expensive chargers. Number two is that as it is a GAN charger, this is fairly small and it's really robust, it's really small and really fits in anything. Like you can just fit it in something like this, you can fit it in a pouch and you're good to go. Number three is that it has two outputs over here. So if you see, it has a PD of 65 watt / 45 watt and QC of 30 watt and 12 watts. So you can just connect both of the things and you can charge two things at once. But there's a catch to it, that is the con. So while I was on a Japan trip, and the reason why I mentioned a Japan trip is because I did extensively use this brick, because this is my sole brick which I had to charge my devices. Now in this case, I have an S21 Ultra and I have this M-Brain power bank. Now just imagine that this is the S23 Ultra, because I can't showcase the S23 Ultra right now because it's recording this video. But what I was doing with this power bank was that every night I used to charge both of these devices, and I have come across some things which I don't like about this, and that's the reason why I said to stay tuned for the whole video. And yeah, I just want to give you my 2 cents about this. Number one is that if you're charging it individually, it's great. It doesn't heat up much. It just works really well. It charges both of them really fast. Like this guy can go up to 100 watts input. So 65 watts is like it's taking the full potential out of this. So it works really well. If you're charging single stuff, it's great. But if you're charging two things at once, say for example, I used to charge my power bank and the phone at the same time, what would happen was that this charger would become extremely hot. When I mean extremely hot, it's around like hover around 57, 60 degrees, which was like really, really hot. So that's what I noticed regarding this charger. Now, thing is that this guy also does heat up quite well, but I was not expecting it to heat up that much. But you should know that it could be this power bank itself, because if you have a light load on a laptop and you use and you charge the phone at the same time, there's not much heating. So what I came across, or what I came to know regarding this thing, why is it heating, was the fact that if there's something which is drawing the whole power, like say if something is drawing like 65 watts, if it's single, it's great. But if there's something which is like it can take in quite a lot, and then there's something, another thing which you charge, it basically splits up the wattage, but then this guy keeps on asking for more. And because of that, I think that this guy keeps on turning hotter and hotter. So that's what I've noticed, at least. So just keep that in mind. If you're charging two things at once, and if both of them are hungry for power, it's going to heat up. I also did a test. Again, all these things I'm just going to be overlaying on top of this video. I also did a test with the laptop itself with Prime 95 and with Formark, and I've noticed that it does get heated up, and it's fine. Like, it's not that bad. But if you're charging these two devices, especially this power bank, it was not a good experience. So just keep that in mind. If you have a light load, it's going to work perfectly fine. But if you have a heavy load or something which demands for more power, this guy is going to get more heated up. Cool. So now let's demonstrate the charger itself. First of all, I'll not plug in. I will showcase this thing over here, whatever nonsense I've done over here. So basically, I have this cord over here. So two cords, one is Type C to Type C and one is Type C to Type A. So I'm just going to be plugging both of them, and just plugging like this. And what I'm going to be doing is I made a mistake. So let me just plug this in like this, and let me just plug this in like this. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showcasing that the charger works well for everything which is showcased over here. First of all, let's start with the laptop, because again, main videos on this channel has been regarding this laptop. So while that laptop is starting, let me just turn it on and let me just showcase that to you. So this is the 65 watt one. So let me just plug that in. Next thing is I'm just going to be doing this. So if I plug this in, it's going to charge very well too, which is great. So it's charging. And if I plug this, it may or may not have an issue. So currently it's charging, but you'll notice something, because this guy takes a lot of power. It could be specific to this power bank itself, but I've noticed that it keeps on doing the handshake again and again and again and again and again. If you see, let me just showcase this back again. I don't know if you can see that. So if I go here, you'll notice the charging just stop and start and stop and start over here. You just notice that. So yep, so it really doesn't work well. So if I have to charge two devices using this and charging this power bank, what I need to do is I need to put the the 65 watt plug over here, and then the lesser one to the laptop itself. So it could be something specific to this power bank itself, but that's what I've noticed. This guy has been the main culprit. I have also done another test. Say for example, I put the higher wattage one over here, and I put this guy over here. It does a handshake. But now you'll notice something is just keeps on doing the handshake again and again. See? It's going to stop back again, like it's going to charge, stop, and then restart back again. I've just noticed with this power bank, so a review on this power bank is going to come soon. So this is, I would say, one of the cons which I've noticed about this power bank. Other than that, the power bank has been working really well. I have taken this for the trip itself. So yes, this is flight legal. So that's pretty cool about it. But yeah, if you go the other way around, say for example, you put the low wattage one here, the higher wattage one here, it's going to work, but again, it's going to heat up as I told you all before. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, let me just also showcase some of the amperage, so which I just mentioned in the start of the video. So let me just showcase that to you. So it's on 85 now, so the amperage is not going to be like at its best, because if you know anything about fast charging, like when it's on lower, maybe on 20-30%, it's going to go like really high, and once it goes to like 85, 86, 90, it's going to be lower. I've seen better numbers over here, but you can just expect something like this. And for this is the low wattage one. So just to showcase that to you all. So it's just going to measure a bit and it's going to give you a lesser number because of the fact that it just doesn't deliver as much as wattage as this does. Also, if you do something like this, so I'll just remove this or maybe just push this like this, and maybe I will maybe put the smaller one here and put the higher one here. Now you may see a dip, you may not see a dip. I have noticed that when there's less load on the laptop itself, there's not much difference in the performance itself. You see over here, like there might be some, but not as much as expected. But if you have like power hungry stuff running on the laptop or charging this stupid piece of shit, even when this is an amazing power bank, it shows signs of lesser amps. But that is expected because at the end of the day, it just splits up the maximum amount of output it can provide. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to showcase to y'all. So what is my verdict on this? Do I regret buying this charger? To be honest with you, it's a no. I understand that charging this guy has been a real hassle. Again, it doesn't stop charging, it just really heats up this guy. So if I'm charging this single, like like if I'm charging like say a gimbal or anything else, this guy doesn't heat up. But if I'm charging with a power bank, and this one in particular, and if I'm charging a phone, it does heat up. So that's one thing I'm disappointed at. But other than that, this has been working really well. Super small, super portable, fairly cheap for the price, and just worked really well. So I don't have the box or anything. I threw it out the first day. So that's that. You basically don't get anything in the box. You just get a box and you get this thing inside. So yeah, that's about it, guys. That's my review on the COSTAR 65 watt GAN charger. I said I'll make a video because I don't think so anybody made a video on this guy. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching and expect more videos soon, I hope. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.